Hi everyone, welcome to this week's science video with myself, Becca from the North East Autism Society, and today I'm joined by Tony and Danny from the Life Science Centre Newcastle.
Hello.
Hi.
So what are we going to be doing this week then?
Well, this week I've been having a little fun with two of my favourite things, which are bubbles and painting.
Ooh, that looks really amazing. It's like you've captured the shape of the bubbles. It looks like they're glued onto your page.
Exactly, yeah. And of course, this is just one result. With bubbles, we'll get all sorts of different things. So I think we should have a go for ourselves and see what kind of cool patterns we can come up with. Would you like to try, Tony?
Yeah, what do I need?
Well, let's see. I have a jug of water.
Okay, I've got a beaker of water here.
Some small tubs or pots.
I've got little beakers, like little cups here.
That's a good one. Some spoons.
I've got these spatulas.
A straw.
Straw.
Paint, and this is poster paint, so it mixes well with water.
Okay.
Does it need to be poster paint?
Poster paint or any other paint that will say washable or dissolves in water or mixes with water, that kind of thing, because that's going to be important for what we're doing next.
Okay. Paint, I've got green and pink, so you can have any colour you like. Is
Exactly.
that okay?
I went for red and blue, but any colour is good. And finally, washing up liquid.
Washing up liquid.
Oh, sorry, there is one more. Paper.
I've got paper too.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is take our pots, however many we're using, and add a bit of water to each of them.
Okay.
Does it matter if the water is warm or cold? Does it need to be hot? Or...
This is just from the cold tap, and it's been sitting for a little bit, so it's cool, but nothing in
room
particular.
temperature then.
I've just put a paper towel down as well in case I spill.
That is a good idea, Tony.
So how deep do I need to do? Is sort of like 1 finger deep?
Yeah, that's how deep mine is, I think. Yeah, about one finger deep, depending on your cups, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to add a bit of paint to each. So I'm going to add some blue to one of mine and red to the other. And I'd say add about half as much paint as you've got water in there already.
This is the time to get very creative, isn't it? Using different colours. And
exactly.
Do you use glitter as well, possibly?
Oh, you could. I think that would probably work. It would maybe stick to the paper when you did your printing at the end.
You'll have to try it and let us know.
Yeah.
So I've just put red in one and blue in the other. But if I had a third pot, I could do purple, say. Or if I had other colours, I could do lots of mixing of them. But I'm just going with the colours as they are for now. And then we'll mix them together nice and gently so that the colour and the water are all one.
So making lots of little clinking sounds, the metal on the glass.
It is, yeah.
It's my favourite colour, pink, Tony.
This one a mix.
Okay. Okay, I think mine is mixed now.
Yeah, mine's looking pretty good as well. So the final thing to add is some washing up liquid. And again, it's not a specific amount, but a big squirt is what I'm aiming for.
There might be some different smells at this point, depending on the washing up liquid that we use. So just being aware of that, we might need the grown-ups to help us as well, pour the washing up liquid out.
Definitely,
Mine smells kind of fresh and soapy.
Mine's quite lemony. So once we've got our washing up liquid in there, we're going to mix it again, but we don't want it to bubble up too soon, so we're going to mix it gently this time.
Oh, I can see a few small bubbles starting to form.
Exactly, yeah.
Hey, all mixed.
Yeah, I think mine are looking good as well. Oh, I did a little splash there, but that's all right. I've got some kitchen rolls, so I can mop that up when I'm done. Okay, now it's time to make the bubbles. So that's what the straw is for. And you just pop the straw into our paint mix and blow some bubbles. And you want them to get quite high above the beaker.
Okay, and this is going to be really important because I don't want to drink paint, so I have to make sure I blow down the straw and not suck.
Yeah. You can always have a practice beforehand, just, just with some water or just in the air. Okay, let's see. I'm going to start with the red.
Oh, it makes a funny sound.
Yeah, I like it.
My bubbles fell over the side.
Oh, good that you put that tissue down then.
It's a good idea.
And once you have had a go with that, you've got a nice amount of bubbles. Take your paper and you're going to lower it into the bubbles, but you don't want to go so low that you touch the rim of the pot, because then you'll get quite a big stain. So just
you have to do it quite slowly as well, do you?
Quite gently, at least, yeah. So kind of something like that.
Right.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, it looks good. I can see your bubbles there. And you can just keep going with that colour again, or with the other colour. You can do it on different pieces of paper. So let's just take a little bit of time and have a play.
Could make all sorts of things with our bubble pictures. We could make cards for people or pictures that we can hang up on the walls.
Exactly. If we have a look at the one I did earlier, I'd used paper that was folded in half. So once I'm done, I can write a message on the inside, and then it would be like a birthday card for someone.
It's quite fun trying to catch them before they bubble over.
Yeah.
Definitely putting some paper towel down was a good idea.
Yeah, we might need to do that. Our grown-ups might not want the tables ruined with paint.
So,
look how bright the pink is, Becca.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Just keep on going for as long as you want, like I say, and eventually we'll have some pretty cool designs. So here's one. There we go.
Yeah.
So on this one, I went a little bit low actually, and you can see the rim of the beaker. So I got a bit too low, and actually it doesn't look too bad on this one. But obviously, it's something to be mindful of.
Oh. I really love. What really surprises me is, can you see some of the bubbles look round, but some of them have kind of squash shapes. They look kind of a bit more squarish, or some straight edges.
So we're kind of discovering a lot of the things about bubbles as well by doing this. So if you have lots of bubbles next to each other, they'll squash each other and their edges will end up quite straight. Whereas if they're a bit further away from other bubbles, they'll tend to be rounder. And all the things that we're discovering will be to do with how bubbles are made. So a bubble is basically a pocket of air that's trapped inside a membrane or a skin of water and washing up liquid, and in this case paint, because that was in the water that we blew the bubbles from. And so when we push the paper against the bubbles pop because that skin is quite thin, and all the water and the paint and the soap that was in that skin sticks to the paper, and it sticks in the shape that it was in when we pushed it together. So Tony, if your bubbles were all squashed so they had straight lines, you capture all those straight lines, or if they were rounder, you capture that as well, and the size as well, the big bubbles and small bubbles and all sorts of things.
Ah, I like it. It's a way of catching the bubbles so that they last, because normally they pop and disappear.
Exactly, yeah. Keep the bubbles forever in a way.
That's been brilliant. Thank you very much for showing us that this week. I'm sure our young people will love this one. So if you do have to go at this activity, let us know. Send your pictures in, even if you've got some videos to show us as well. That would be great. And we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.